What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Okay, so check this out, guys. When I first saw this headline, this is on Screen Rant. When I first saw this headline, I was like, there's no way, okay? You can see what it says here. New Star Wars TV show is a direct response to ongoing Disney-era complaints. And I said, timeout, hold on. What show are they talking about? That was the first thing that went in my head, because there's no way that these tone-deaf idiots at Lucasfilm are doing anything for us. Okay, they've been doing everything for themselves and they've been doing nothing for us. And then I started thinking, what show is it? Then I pulled this up. I saw these High Republic era characters and this thing, and I'm like, it can't be the Acolyte. Don't tell me y'all talking about the Acolyte. And then, of course, yeah, stars from the upcoming Star Wars show, The Acolyte, have been offering some very exciting teases, promising a show made for fans by fans. Hold on just a second. We know who made this show, okay? And it wasn't a fan at all, okay? We know who's making the show. It's Leslye Headland, who is the furthest thing from a fan. You guys remember some of her comments.
This is like what we understand to be Star Wars, like the idea that like that only came from George Lucas, that only George Lucas holds the key for what we understand to be Star Wars is just untrue. And I think the prequels are an excellent example of that. I mean, the idea that like when you're hiring a director, that everyone is sitting in there waiting for George Lucas and not for the person who's going to know to hire Ralph McQuarrie, that's the problem. That's the misogyny and the problem with the auteur myth as it stands today, because they're not thinking this is the person that will hire the right people and this is the person that will be able to create the lookbooks and direct people to get them to that place. They're just thinking, do you have all the answers? And the truth is that nobody does, and anybody that says they do is lying.
Yeah, this chick said George Lucas isn't the key to understanding Star Wars. He's not the key. No, don't pay attention to him. He's part of the misogyny of the auteur myth. Yeah. That's what she said. Remember, I did a video about that. I'll link that above if you didn't catch it, you know? And we also discussed this particular article as well. Remember this? The Acolyte focusing heavily on the female villains. And it's not so much the female villains, okay? It's what this is going on in this chick's, Leslye Headland's head, okay? Remember this? All this stuff talking about as a queer girl growing up. Yeah, they're all queer-coded, you know? As a queer filmmaker, you're going to see some camp in the Acolyte. Yeah, that's what fans have been asking for. That's made for the fans. All the camp in the Acolyte, okay? And don't forget this part. Headland recently cited a more recent franchise installment, Star Wars The Last Jedi, as an influence on the Acolyte story too. So she's referencing and getting influence from The Last Jedi. That's exactly what the fans have been asking for, Leslye Headland. You damn idiot. It's just ridiculous, okay? So yeah, I don't buy it when these cats are saying, oh, it's a show made for fans by the fans. So let's go ahead and see what they're talking about here. Again, this is on Screen Rant. Star Wars' upcoming show, The Acolyte, will be a direct response to ongoing Disney-era complaints. Set to release in 2024 from Lucasfilm and showrunner Leslye Headland, The Acolyte will be taking place near the end of the High Republic era, approximately 100 years before The Phantom Menace and the rest of the Skywalker saga. As a result, the show stars have been offering some very exciting teases for the new Star Wars series, hinting at a major return to form for the galaxy far, far away. Yeah, I highly doubt that. Featured on a recent episode of Entertainment Weekly's Star Wars podcast, The Dagobah Dispatch, stars from The Acolyte, Manny Jacinto, Daphne Keane, and Charlie Barnett shared their excitement for the show and all that will be featured. Notably, Barnett in particular teased that the show exists as a response to fans, man, offering much more of what many have been asking for from Star Wars recent shows on Disney+. All right, so here it is. This is the quote from this actor telling us all what we've been wanting, okay? As Star Wars fans, this is what we've been wanting this entire time, and Leslye Headland is going to deliver it to us, right? Let's check this out. This is a response to the fans, what they've been calling for from all the shows. I, even as a fan, have been asking for what? More aliens, more Jedi, more tangible worlds. Oh my God. Oh. Leslye wanted to build all of that into one production and give it to the fandom. Yeah, she want to give it to the fandom, all right. She want to stick it to the fandom once again. That's what she's trying to do. It's a lot to live up to. No, it's a lot to live up to when you don't know what you're doing, okay? Giving it to the fandom, you're not giving us anything. You're not giving us nothing that we're asking for. Look, more aliens, more Jedi, more tangible worlds. All of that stuff is wonderful if there's a good story that comes with it. That's what Star Wars fans have been looking for. We want good stories that don't break the lore and wreck the canon. That's what we want, okay? If you wanted to give us something, what we've been calling for from all the shows and the movies and everything else, good stories that with well-defined characters, right? Exciting action that don't break the lore, that don't stomp all over what's come before. Let's stomp all over Luke Skywalker. Let's stomp all over Han Solo, okay? That's what these guys have given us, and that's what we don't want. We want the Star Wars we grew up with. All right, the Star Wars that George Lucas created. Essentially, what we really want is a continuation of George Lucas's vision. All the values that Star Wars represented, that's what we want. That's what we've been asking for, okay? Heroics, okay? Getting out of trouble, danger, friendship, all of that type of stuff. That's the stuff that meant something to Star Wars fans. That's what you bought Lucasfilm for. You bought Lucasfilm so that you could continue that down the line, not to turn it into woke trash, okay? Because that's all you've been giving us. You've been giving us woke trash ever since you bought it, Disney. So no, these guys absolutely do not understand whatsoever what Star Wars fans have been asking for. The promise of more Jedi, aliens, and tangible worlds is very exciting. No, it's not. No, it's not. George Lucas said a special effect without a good story is a pretty boring thing. All right. So all of this stuff right here, these Jedi, that's just another part of the special effect category as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Jedi that don't have like real interesting story arcs, some solid morals, good character underpinnings, okay? Those types of things, I could care less if you're a Jedi or not a Jedi, okay? Andor did not have one damn Jedi in there. Maybe he did with Luthen, if some people think Luthen is a Jedi, okay? But nobody whipping out a lightsaber and going to town. None of that, okay? And it's still the best thing by far that's ever come in the Star Wars universe. Somebody should go back and look at Andor, okay, and figure that out. The Acolyte is by fans as a gift to fans. Yeah, I don't keep my gift, okay? Keep my gift. This is a white elephant gift. I'm giving this shit back next year at the next Christmas party, okay? Here go your Acolyte. Yeah, nah, I didn't want that. That's the kind of gift this crap is. One of Disney's most successful shows to date has been Tony Gilroy's Andor, a show that similarly has more tangible worlds and settings, making use of the practical sets as opposed to other Star Wars shows and their use of the digital volume to provide worlds and backgrounds. Yeah, that's one of the interesting things and good things about Andor is there's a lot of practical sets. They built the sets, all right? It wasn't CGI'd into the background, all right? That's great. But the thing that made Andor great is not this crap about the tangible worlds. That's fine, but the story, the characters, all of that is what made Andor great. You know, great dialogue, great writing. That's what made Andor what it was. It's not, oh, well, you know, they just had practical sets. It's such a low IQ way of looking at Star Wars. Like, all we care about is all of this fluff. All of this superficial stuff. Oh, throw in some more aliens, throw in some more Jedi, throw in some practical sets, okay? Built-in, lived-in worlds. That's it. That's all Star Wars is to us, okay? Give the people what they ask for. No, you're not giving us what we've asked for whatsoever, okay? You've absolutely missed the entire boat, man. However, while Andor has been covering the earliest days of the rebellion during the dark times of the Empire, the Acolyte promises to have multiple Jedi Knights in battle with the Sith, including a Wookiee Jedi named Kelnaka, something that hasn't been seen in live action since the release of the prequels. Look, that's fine, okay? Multiple Jedi Knights in battle is always fun. I'm not going to poo-poo that. But that's not the thing that matters. You have to have an interesting story that goes behind all of this, a compelling story with compelling characters, with compelling villains. That's going to mean something. If it's just stuff that's thrown out there, okay, we need a Jedi-Sith battle to occur. How do we arrive there? If it's not organic, if it doesn't feel like it belongs, if it feels like you were just trying to manufacture some nonsense, some Jedi in battle with the Sith, if that's what it feels like, it's going to fail. If it's an organic part of a character's journey and story that moves from step to step to step, so by the time you get to Luke Skywalker fighting Darth Vader, for instance, it's a natural progression. It feels completely authentic to what's going on in his character life, what's going on with what's happening with Vader. Like, it's all just meant to clash at one point, okay? Unlike that nonsense on The Force Awakens, where you have, oh, well, we just need Kylo Ren and Rey to face off. All right, so let's put them in this situation and then, let's kind of find a way to get them to meet up at the end. instead of actually having a natural, organic progression of the character's arc. That's what they're not. I guarantee you that's what this is. Okay? They're not going to do this right. And yeah, that's not what the fans have been asking for whatsoever. Ultimately, these aforementioned teases combined with previous updates for the Acolyte are all very good signs for the upcoming Star Wars show. Look, everything that I have seen from the Acolyte has been just utter dog shit, okay? The stuff that I just showed you earlier in the video, that stuff, terrible. And then now we get to this. Oh yeah, it's just gonna have more aliens and more Jedi, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, whatever, okay. It definitely seems as though Headland is a big fan of the galaxy far, far away. Okay, I can't do this no more. Okay, just because she dressed up as Princess Leia at Star Wars Celebration, she's a huge fan. Yeah, I can't do this. This is what happens. This is what I get for reading the Screen Rant article. But at the end of the day, we all know that Leslye Headland is a fraud. Okay, all of her comments about George Lucas told me everything I needed to know about this person. And you know, there's all this other stuff about her being Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant. Everybody brings it up on every video. I don't really bring that stuff up because I'm just trying to really keep it, you know, focused on Star Wars, okay? But yeah, she got that in her past too, all right? That she was just leading, you know, little young women to their doom, all right? So this is the type of person that Leslye Headland is. She's an opportunist, is basically how it is. She's an opportunist. Somebody gave her the opportunity to make this crap, and she's making it, but she's going to try to spin it like, oh, I'm the Star Wars expert. You don't need to listen to George Lucas. He's not the key to anything. And I'm going to go and listen to Rian Johnson and how he did The Last Jedi as some sort of an idea of what I should be doing with this show. But then these cats are claiming that it's for the fans. Yeah, okay, good luck with that one. But anyway, folks, what do y'all think about this situation? Again, Leslye Headland, the Acolyte, is going to be a total disaster. And these people do not understand Star Wars fans at all. They're showing it clearly with what they're saying. But you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments, give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.